What if I told you that carrying your past is like trying to run a marathon with a backpack full of stones? You're exhausted, you're slowing down, and worst of all, you're looking backward while the finish line is right in front of you. Most people spend 90% of their mental energy regretting things they can no longer change. But here is the hard truth. Your past is a ghost. It has no power over you unless you give it your permission. Let me tell you a story about an elderly artisan named Elias. Elias spent years creating the most beautiful ceramic vase the village had ever seen. It was his masterpiece. But one evening, a momentary lapse in focus caused the vase to slip from his hands. It shattered into 1,000 jagged pieces on the cold stone floor. Elias didn't scream, he didn't cry. He sat there for 3 days, just staring at the shards. He kept thinking, if only I had gripped it tighter, if only I hadn't looked away. He was trapped in the if-only prison. Then a young child walked into his workshop and picked up a single blue shard. "Look, Mr. Elias," the boy said. "This piece looks like a star. If you put it in a new frame, it could be a beautiful mosaic." Elias realized something profound. He couldn't make the vase whole again. That reality was gone. Acceptance isn't about liking what happened. It's about realizing that fighting the past is like fighting the rain. You're just going to get wet, and the rain isn't going to stop. Elias stood up, took a broom, and started to sweep. He wasn't throwing away the memory, he was clearing the space. Every stroke of the broom was a decision. I cannot change the fall, but I can change what I do with the fragments. In Japan, there is an art called Kintsugi. When a bowl breaks, they mend the cracks with gold. The break makes the object more beautiful and stronger than before. Your life is no different. Elias didn't try to make another vase. Instead, he took a wooden frame and began to lay out the blue shards. As he worked, he realized if the vase had never broken, he would have never discovered this new art. The tragedy was actually the birth of a master artist. Your past mistakes aren't scars to be hidden. They are the gold that shows you've survived. The past is fixed, but the meaning of the past is up to you. You can label it the end, or you can label it the lesson. But Elias was terrified. The past is familiar, even if it's painful. The future is a blank canvas. He had to decide, would he remain the man who used to make vases, or become the man who now creates mosaics? He took his mosaic and walked toward the village square. When he reached the square, people didn't see a broken vase. They saw a starry mosaic. They didn't see his failure. They saw his evolution. The world doesn't care about your yesterday as much as it cares about your today. Fear isn't a wall, it's a compass. It points exactly toward where you need to go. Elias's workshop eventually became a place where others brought their broken pieces, their failures and heartbreaks. He taught them that a crack isn't the end of a story, it's the beginning of a transformation. If you are standing amidst the shards of your past today, don't just stare at the floor. Pick up a piece, look for the light in it. ask yourself, what can I build with this? Because the only person who can truly stop you from having a bright future is the person you were yesterday, and that person doesn't exist anymore. Only you do, right here, right now. Go build your mosaic. So, let's break it down. To build your mosaic, here is your roadmap. First, the do's. 1. Do learn the lesson. Focus on the wisdom you can extract from your mistakes. 2. Do focus on now. Start with one small, practical step today. 3. Do practice self-forgiveness. Be kind and understanding to yourself. Now, the don'ts. 1. Don't deny reality. Never pretend a mistake didn't happen. 2. Don't wait for perfection. Don't stay frozen waiting for a perfect moment that will never come. And 3. Don't live in if only. Stop replaying past scenarios with regret. It's a dead end. If you take nothing else away from Elias's story, remember these 3 things. The past is a school. Visit it for wisdom, but do not live there. Embrace the Kintsugi mentality. Your failures aren't flaws. They are the golden veins that make your story unique. And finally, action cures fear. The weight of yesterday lightens the very moment you start moving. You know, I was thinking about you. If I were in your shoes right now, I would probably feel like my entire identity was shattered. You don't need a lecture. You don't need someone pointing fingers. You need hope. I want to be the one to tell you, you are not a failure just because you failed. Your value isn't in a vase that never breaks. Your true value is in the courage you show in building something new today. You've got this.